Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Techinar, super easy apps and sites to design and market like a pro. I'm Susan Harrison, Exit Realty Senior Vice President, Corporate Communications, and I'll be moderating the session. If you haven't done so already, please dial into the audio portion of the call and the email that was sent to you by GoToWebinar. If you have questions throughout the presentation, please type them into the question box on your GoToWebinar pane, and we'll do our best to address them. You're in listen-only mode, and today's Techinar is being recorded. Branding is our second pillar at Exit, and you don't have to hire a graphic designer to market your brand like a pro. If you follow today's speaker on social media, you know exactly what I mean. Here to introduce him is Exit's Vice President of Technology Engagement, Annette Anthony. Annette?
Thank you so much, Susan, and thank you to all our attendees for joining today. You know, here's what highly motivated me to invite Frankie on today's Techinar. Exit Realty Leaders, a franchise of Exit Realty Corp International, has been owned and operated by the Wade family since 1999. The Wade family has been selling real estate in the Citrus County for over 30 years. Now, think about the radical evolution in the tools and resources over those 30 years. On one end of the spectrum, you have leadership establishing themselves with what they had available. Often they're creating from scratch, they're developing systems for consistency and establishing real-world habits to ensure that when people think about buying or selling real estate in and around the Citrus County, that they think of Exit Realty Leaders. And then you take a young entrepreneur who for most of his life has been native to technology. He connects with people, which is second nature to him. He's curious. He's self-motivated. He loves to take information and create an experience with it. And the question today is, what can you learn from Frankie? Well, first, I want to tell you a little bit more about him. Frankie is the Director of Agent Development. He leads weekly development sessions for their agents. He hosts new agent orientation, maintains the social and branding presence of Exit Realty Leaders across all social media platforms and websites. He provides technical support on the brokerage's many platforms and assists agents in developing their own personal brand through content marketing and social media. His commitment to Exit Realty Leaders earned him the recognition of 2016 Administrator of the Year by Exit Realty Florida Region. We're so grateful for you, Frankie, and our attendees are going to be so glad to have invested this time to learn how to be the best version of themselves. We're so glad you're here. Frankie, welcome to the Techinar.
Thank you so much, Annette, for that wonderful introduction. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to Susan, Annette, and our entire team over at HQ. Like Annette said, my name is Frankie Joel. I'm the Director of Agent Development at Exit Realty Leaders. Today we're going to be going over some super easy apps and sites to be able to design and market like a pro. With Exit, they want to make sure that each agent is the rock star in their own neighborhood. So with that being said, here's a great quote to start off our presentation. If you want to be successful, you need to think of yourself as a personal brand. Now with Exit, they provide that opportunity. Yes, you get to use the beautiful banner of Exit Realty Corp International, but they also allow the agents to develop their own brand within a brand. So here's the 6 elements of a brand. When you're starting this brand, you want a brand that elevates your client experience. And there's 6 elements. Your first is your voice. What describes you? The second is imagery. What imageries do you want to portray? This is where you could put a copy of your headshot and images and graphics that you want to portray your brand. Fonts. What kind of fonts do you want? Some people may be more of that Arial Times New Roman, and some might be more of those scripty. Your font really needs to describe your personality. You can use dafont.com to find those fonts. Colors. What colors do you want in your brand? You can use HTML color codes to find the exact color codes for that. Logo. That is what is the most recognized piece of your branding. So what logo do you want to use? What do you want in your logo? How do you want your logo to look? And finally, your story. What's your why? Why did you get into this ever-evolving industry of real estate? So before I start branding with an agent and starting my own branding, I create what I call a branding deck. It basically lays out 6 elements of a brand. And here's an example of my branding deck. I put my voice in there. My voice, I want my brand to be authentic, innovative, determined. I want it to show that I'm a young professional. What kind of imagery do I want? I use a lot of marble and a lot of teal in mine. So here's an example of imagery. My story, this is just a snapshot of my story. What's my why? Why do I do this? My colors, I make sure that on my branding deck, I have my colors labeled. I have my HTML color codes at the bottom so I can easily access them. If I have any textures going into a color, I put the texture there. Fonts, like I said, some people may be Times New Roman Arial. These are the fonts that I prefer to use. I prefer the skinny and the thick fonts, and you can use dafont.com for that. And logo, what logo do you want out there? Of course, you're going to want your exit company logo, but you also want a logo. So I went super simple with my name. So with this branding deck, what I use this for is I print these out. I keep a copy on my desk. If I'm doing stuff for the brokerage, I have a brokerage one, and I use this as a reference guide. I use this as a reference guide to be able to distinguish if content that I'm creating fits the overall branding aesthetic that we're looking for. So I keep a copy of this, I screenshot it on my phone. So I highly recommend creating something like this in PowerPoint. You want to have it editable, that you can edit it, because you're going to be constantly evolving. Branding standards evolve, colors evolve, logos evolve, so you're going to want to be evolving this constantly. And like I said, you're definitely going to want to keep a copy of this. This is where I start. Before I start moving into digital content, you need to build a brand to be able to distinguish yourself against your competition. So there's a few icons throughout the presentation that I want to point out before we get started. Up in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see 3 possible icons. You have the little Android guy, you have an Apple, and you have a website. This is going to help you distinguish which device and app are available where. So majority of them are going to be available on Apple. Some of them will be available on Android. Now, note in your app store, there's going to be some form of equivalent to the Apple app. And like I said, there's a couple websites through here too. So our first app is VSCO. VSCO is a mobile photography app, and you can capture, edit, and post directly from the app. There's tons of photo filters in here. Like I said before, up in the top right-hand corner, you can see your little icons. This one's available on Android and Apple devices. VSCO is a place that you can edit your photos. You can select specific filters for your branding. You want to definitely choose a consistent filter for your photos if you're posting selfies, if you're posting anything else, such as behind-the-scenes photos and stuff like that. Choose a couple set of filters and constantly use them. If you're doing listing photography for yourself using your phone, this is a great tool for that because you're able to edit right in the app. You simply import the photos from your camera roll. Edit here, you can adjust highlights, saturations, contrast, clarity, and all of that. So this is a great tool, especially for listing photography. Canva. Canva is a somewhat new website. If you've been to any convention or trade show over the last few years, you've probably heard Canva mentioned. Canva is a graphic design website. It provides pre-sized social media bases, and there's over 1,000 plus templates pre-built and ready to go in there. My favorite part about Canva is you can create a brand package right in there. So what do I mean by a brand package? You create these custom brand kits in Canva. You upload your fonts, you upload your colors, you upload your logos, you create templates and save them in there. We're taking everything from a branding deck that we've created our branding deck, and we're uploading it into here. All our different logo options, our colors are added in, our fonts. So you literally jump into Canva after you have a template, hit the button, and it auto brands these pre-designed templates, the templates you have created for you. Here's just some small examples of Canva templates that we've done. I've used them for email signatures in the past. If you're doing Instagram highlights or Facebook story posts, you can create these beautiful graphics on there. We use it a lot for announcements and doing some sponsoring and recruiting campaigns, announcing events, welcoming aboard new agents, creating happy birthday graphics for our agents, career nights, all of this, multi-million producers, so much. You can do your little open house flyers and event announcements. My all-time favorite of Canva, Facebook cover photos. Everyone is looking for those new Facebook cover photos, and the dimensions are constantly changing. The best part with Canva is they know those dimensions, and they have pre-sized templates for your Instagram posts, for your LinkedIn cover photos, for your Twitter cover photos, for your Facebook cover photos. So you have access to these pre-sized templates that you can build on. And then monthly agent reports. Our region, Exit Realty Florida, is really good about sending out the monthly newsletter with the agent production put on there. So I simply take that data, create it into this beautiful graphic, and post this graphic out for our agents. Like I said, and you can download everything into either a PNG, a JPEG, or a PDF, depending on where you want to place it. WiseStamp. WiseStamp is an email signature generator. Everyone wants a really good looking email signature, and this is the product for it. You can add in your social media links. There are tons of pre-built templates. You can add in different widgets and different photos and stuff like that. So here's some examples of WiseStamp signatures that are created through the system. Here's an example of an email signature that I created. I'm using cohesive branding to match in with my branding deck. A quick teal tip, as I call them in our office, is take your latest listing, create a little graphic for it, and upload it into your email signature. Generate you some business off of your email signature. Then if you have a team, if you're on a team, there's a beautiful example of team branding there. You can take your team, create a team banner, require all of your team members to use the same banner on the bottom, but they can change up the top email signature for themselves. And then it transitions into sponsoring and recruiting efforts. You can create these beautiful email signatures, create the graphic in Canva for your banner, create a custom one, or use one of the beautiful ones that corporate has designed, upload them into your email signature. Think of how many agents you're emailing back and forth daily for transactions, and you're doing transactions with them, and you're co-broking, and you're just setting up showing appointments. Start pushing what Exit has to offer out to them through their email signature. And the best part is you can link these through there. So this brings us into our first thing, live drive time. Live drive, we're going to do a live demo of creating an email signature for you guys. So we're going to quickly transition into here. So this is WiseStamp. They do have a free version or they have a pro version. This one that we're working off of today is the pro version, only because, and it's a low cost monthly fee, and there's so many more options to do in here. So I've just created my WiseStamp account, and I'm just going down an example template for you guys. So you can see over on the right-hand side, it is automatically previewing every time I put something in here. So you can come in here, make sure your exit is all capitalized to stay on brand standards. Putting in phone numbers. Like I said, it's super easy. It's refreshing on the side, so I get a live preview, and you can do it yourself. Put in your website. Put in your email address. And you know, it's so simple, and it makes it look so much cleaner on your mail client. Highway. If you have Skype, you can put in your Skype address. Upload your headshot right into here. You can upload directly from your computer. Takes a little bit to load. I prefer when you're doing email signatures to create a square crop so it's close up on your face. People want to see your face. So from there, I've done that. Now you have this beautiful section of adding in social profiles. So this is where you link in your social media. You've spent the time and the energy investing in your social media presence. So definitely come in here and start putting in your social media links. If you see above, there's this little thing that says facebook.com/ these two little brackets and username. This is how it should be formatted. So it's giving you that format option already. So you grab your links, put them in, you put in your LinkedIn one, and your Twitter, if you use Twitter. Now see, these are only providing 3 different social media options right now. See this button at the bottom that says add another? Simply click that button and you have access to all these different social platforms to add them in. So I use Instagram, I use Snapchat, my Snapchat logo's in here. If you're on Trulia and Zillow, you can add in your Trulia profile to your email signature. You can add in your Zillow profile and stuff like that. And like I said before, they're giving you the layout for how you input your social media into here. Super easy, super quick, and make sure that after you add all this in, you go in and check it and make sure that your links are working correctly. So you can see, like I said before, they're automatically refreshing over here on the side as I do this. And then my favorite part, all these beautiful little things down here, you can add these different apps into your email signature. You can add in a YouTube play button. You can add in holiday messages. You can add in LinkedIn. If you have a blog, you can have an RSS feed linked in here. I strictly use the one that says upload my banner. That's how I upload those beautiful banners that I've created out of Canva. So I'm coming here and uploading the banner sample that I've made with a listing on it. Notice it says click here for more information. They're going to be able to click on this image, and in this little box right here, you're going to be able to create where you want your banner to link to. So I'm just going to link it to my website for now, but you could create an individual property website for it. You could link it to a Trulia page, or you have those beautiful custom tours through the Expert Marketing Suite that Exit provides. Link it to one of those. Generate you some leads off of your email signature. See, the banner just dropped right in there. You can scroll back up to the top, and this is where we get into that customization option that the Pro plan offers you. You can come in here and change your font. So if you want specific fonts in your email signature, you can change the size of your social media icons. You can change the shape of your social media icons. You can adjust your photo size to expand. You can adjust the shape. Like I said, I like to use the square just because it fits in with everything. So I make everything square. Favorite part of this also is you can choose a custom color. So you can come in here and add in a color if you want. If you want your email signature to all be teal and match in, and you go over here, use template color under social icons, it turns those social media icons to the color teal. Or if you're going with a black or a gray option, you can do that also. There's a couple different templates. If you just click the little arrows on the next to your email signature, you can jump between your different email signature templates. Depending on how long your fonts and stuff are, they're going to obviously be a little bit different format. And here's just some examples of them. And it gives you the live preview of them. So you can choose exactly how it's going to look in your profile. Once you're done, you're simply going to hit Save Changes, and then you have the option of linking them into whatever mail client you use. So if you click the little More button down here, you'll be able to see, okay, you can upload to Gmail, Outlook, AOL, Yahoo. If you have a GoDaddy account, if you use MacMail, Outlook, iPhone, stuff like that, you'll be able to just come in here, click it. There's a little Chrome extension that will automatically update. So when you update your signature, it will automatically update. Super quick, that only took us a couple of minutes to design it out. Like I said, use your little Canva banners, come down here and use all your different little apps. Another good thing, legal disclaimers. You can add in your little legal disclaimers down here. There's a custom one. You can type in a bunch of them, add them in, they show up at the bottom. So we're going to transition right back into our presentation because we have a lot more content to cover, guys. So that was the live drive of YStamp. Like I said, if you're looking for that super easy email signature platform, this is the one to do. If you're on a team, these make beautiful team branding email signatures. So our next app is WordSwag. WordSwag is an app that allows you to add photos, add text to photos. I call it the miniature designer in your pocket. It's easy text graphics, and you can use your own photos, or they have this beautiful library full of stock photos. So here's some examples of some WordSwag stuff that I've made. If I'm out at a convention, at an office meeting, an event, or something, and I need a super quick graphic that I can also brand with our information on it, this is where I go. There's the majority of the time I don't have my computer on me to be accessing Canva and stuff like that. So I do all of mine through WordSwag. They create these beautiful, they have tons of different fonts in there. You can change colors, you can change backgrounds, and this should be your go-to for announcements on the go. Especially with convention coming up, if you want to do some convention quotes, be sure to use WordSwag when you're sitting there and put your stuff out on social. Motivational Mondays, they have quotes pre-built in here. You can just simply import them in there in the app and choose your fonts. Facebook and Instagram story text, if you're doing a lot of text in Facebook or Instagram stories, be sure to use this app. There's different cropping options in there, and you can even add your logo right there through the app onto it. If you're a presenter, a trainer, or you're just doing some presentation slides, you can create these beautiful presentation slides directly for PowerPoint right through there, and that's what I use for it. And there's all these different color options, and this one's a little bit of a silver overlay. There's a gold overlay. There's so many different options through WordSwag. It is such a powerful app. Fiverr. Fiverr is a freelance artist service. This is a website, and they do have an app also. You can do graphics through there. You can have videos made. You can create logos, blog posts, websites, editing services. This is where you send them your idea, and they make it for you. Jobs start at $5 and up. I can tell you it is well worth the money on a lot of this. They can create blog posts for you, infographics, videos, and all of that. I recently just sent out all of our agents headshots. Some of our agents are using selfies. Some of them are using photos outside. Some are using photos inside. To make our marketing more cohesive, I sent out all of our agent headshots in one bulk to a freelance artist on here. They removed the background from all of the photos, sent them to us with a white background, and now I'm able to change that background color and just have cohesive marketing. It was probably $10, and we had it in less than 24 hours back to us, ready to go, and we could jump right on that marketing project. Definitely one, if you're looking for some assistance and you don't have the time or energy to input into it, you can send stuff right out to Fiverr and have them do it for you. Another one is Linktree. Linktree, it provides one link for your bio, and in that bio link, you have multiple destinations. This acts as a miniature website, and it's got link tracking and analytics built in. Here's an example of Linktree. So what I use Linktree for is in your bio sections in your social media, there's normally access for only one link. So this allows me to create one link, but add in multiple different websites and destinations in there. Think if you're doing a lot of Instagram content or Facebook content, and you put, oh, click the link in my bio. Think of people that are looking at your content 2 and 3 weeks later. If you've already changed your link, you're sending them to the wrong website. So with Linktree, you can add in all these different options down in there. Like I said, and you can brand them. There's tons of different options. You can change fonts. You can do scheduling and stuff on here. So I have all of mine broken down. They simply click my Linktree, and they have access to all these different. Each one of these moves down to a different website. No two websites are the same. And it makes adding those multiple links to Instagram and your bio super easy and possible. It's a tool that was just developed, and I'm so happy I found this one. BreakthroughBroker.com. BreakthroughBroker.com is a web-based free marketing tool. You simply add your information into your profile section under Manage Profile, and it instantly brands all of their content and all of their flyers and all of their graphics with your information on it. Super easy exporting through here. Here's some examples from Breakthrough Broker. You can do property flyers, open house flyers, new listing flyers, all of that through there. You simply drag and drop, and they export as PDF, and you can print them right at your office. Infographics, they have beautiful infographics for home sale tips and the home buying process, especially for first-time home buyers. And like I said with everything else, it auto-brands it with your information. Buyer's packets and listing presentations. I get agents that come in all the time and go, Frankie, where can I find a good buyer's packet? BreakthroughBroker.com is where I send them. Breakthrough Broker, like I said, they have this buyer's packet pre-built on here. One click, it brands it with all of your information. And then you can print it out and add in different pages. Corporate provides a great resource in the Resource Center full of different things for buyer's packages and stuff about exit. Slap them into this buyer's packet and you have a powerful buyer's packet. Open house sign-in sheets. If you want branded open house sign-in sheets, you can do that. Open house signs for taking off your shoes and stuff when you come in, because that's common. There's signs pre-built in there. Another great tool about it, easy social media posts. Just sold, for sale, open house, all of these different little social media posts. Couple clicks, it's branded with you. It exports as a JPEG file. You simply email it to yourself and upload to your social media. Like I said before, everything comes out in PDF, JPEG, or PNG files that you're able to either send to a printer if you want, or you can print it in your office. A lot of these offices nowadays are equipped with these great printers, and you can create great quality prints right in your office. So this transitions into the next portion of the presentation is video. Everyone's on a big video initiative nowadays. And I found this quote on the internet, and it just resonated with me. We have about 6 months until 2019. So by 2019, video is going to account for over 80% of global internet traffic. So you're definitely going to want to be pushing more and more into video. And the thing with video is people want to see that raw, authentic you. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you sound like. I mean, people post videos online all the time, and they can go viral. Like I said, they don't care what you look like. They don't care what you sound like. They want that raw, authentic content. So my first tool is BombBomb. A lot of people know BombBomb. It's a video email platform, and it simply integrates with your Gmail and Outlook. It also integrates with a lot of these CRM programs lately, and you can create custom email templates and branded video market updates through here. Here's some examples from BombBomb. I particularly use it for newsletters and upcoming announcements and event announcements. You can email market reports. You can email holiday emails to your clients. We have a lot of agents that are now implementing BombBomb, and they're seeing great results. Leads that are on the system, our systems for over 1,000 days, they're now closing because of BombBomb and the video. People like this one-to-one video. They're all you customize these videos for each person in your database. Take some time out of your day, sit down, film a couple of videos with your BombBomb account, and just start hitting your database. Great chill tip. On the right-hand side, you'll see a custom BombBomb template I've made. There is an option for them to create ones for you, or you can go in and create them yourself. So I've created this great graphic up top with my name, my logo, my branding in Canva. I've created the template in BombBomb, added in a couple links and some branding, and saved it in my templates. So now it's easy, one click. I can pull up that template, put my video in, send it out, and the clients see this beautifully branded information, information in email. And the best part with BombBomb also is the fact that it's mobile responsive. So what you're seeing on the screen is what your consumer's actually seeing on their device. The next tool is Boomerang by Instagram. These are those little stop motion things that everyone's seeing all over social. It's creating captivating mini videos that loop. Best part about Boomerang, there's nothing you can mess up. There's one button on the entire app. You tap it once and Boomerang will do the rest for you. It shoots 10 photos and turns them into these delightful little mini videos. So here's, if you want to laugh, here's some great little boomerangs that we've created at the office. The one on your left, you'll see our office got these great residual checks, big residual checks. They're whiteboard. So we take the agent with their residual check when they get it, transfer it to the big residual check, take them outside and shoot a little boomerang with them, do a little miniature video. And you can post this on your social, and you know, it really draws in people. They want to know, why is this person jumping like a maniac outside in front of your office with this giant check? They're wanting to know what the check is. So that's a definite thing to be using on your social. If you travel, you can take some travel boomerangs, post them out there, generate content. The one on your right-hand side you'll see is Home Goods. So Home Goods opened in our area. It's the first one in our area. I posted this information online. I got so much engagement because people are like, we have a Home Goods in the area now. So that's what you can do. New restaurants that are opening, new stores, new locations, stuff like that. Go shoot a little video in front of them. Your little boomerang, it brings great content for you. And then Videorama. Videorama is a video clip editor. You can add in different music, sound effects, CGI virtual effects. CGI virtual effects are the ones you see in the movies, like the big explosions and stuff that actually don't happen. If someone finds a thing to use CGI virtual effects as far as explosions in real estate marketing, reach out to me because I want to find out how we can use this. You can use overlays and text animations. My favorite part with this app is there's auto save and continue. There's times that I'm jumping between 2 and 3 apps creating content, and I need that auto save and continue feature. A quick thing with Videorama, I purchased a software last year that ranges between $300 and $400 for the year. I've now replaced that $300 and $400 software with this app. So I am no longer subscribed to that, and I'm strictly using Videorama for all of my video editing. You can add in your logos, like I said before, music, stuff like this. This is a beautiful thing. You can export 1080p out of here also. That's a different video file type. And you can upload right from your social, right from the app. So this is definitely a tool. Like I said, it's a money-saving tool to use. Legend is an intro video creator. It turns text into these cool little videos, and 2 taps of a finger and you're done with Legend videos. Here's some examples of Legend videos. We use them for new listings, great big announcements, announcing office meetings, little quotes, stuff like this. There's a ton of different templates in there. The great one on your left-hand side is going to be great for coming soon listings and new listings. Snap a photo of the inside, something that's really engaging, post new listing coming soon, and post that out on your social and generate you that information. Cut story. So a lot of my videos are not size to fit Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Snapchat, stuff like that. A lot of my video content's a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes in length. So Cut Story allows you to create stories for Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook of any length. It clips the cuts into smaller story clips, and there's even a great photo slideshow through here now. So what I'm trying to say is this. Your video, you upload your video from your camera roll. You say that it's 2 minutes long. This little button will show up, and it will ask you, where do you want to put it? Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. So you can see Instagram allows 15 seconds of content per clip. Facebook allows 20 seconds of content per clip for Facebook stories and Instagram stories. Snapchat only allows 10 seconds. So I upload that content in there. I click Instagram if I want Instagram, and you'll see over on the right-hand side, it processes it and clips it into multi-parts. So now my 1-minute video has just been split into multiple 15-second clips that I'm able to upload into my stories, and they'll fit there without cutting out. Instagram Stories. Instagram Stories is one of the best apps that I use. It's one of my favorites. It's where you can share all the moments of your day. Photos and videos, they disappear after 24 hours. And you know what I use this for? Behind the scenes of our office and vlogging on what we're doing. This is where you get the most authentic person. You can also, there's a great feature of analytics of the views so you can see where they're coming from. There's a couple tips with Instagram Stories. In your Instagram Stories, there's a beautiful section of engagement tools. There's the polling option. You can poll people to get their opinions. There's the geotags. There's a mention section. There's a hashtag section. There's a section that you can ask questions. There's even a little slider section that you can put in. And these are all little widgets over the top of your Instagram story. You can even add in music now, which I think is really cool. So you have all these different engagement tools to engage with your followers. In the middle, you'll see geotags. Geotags produce more and more views on your content. What I do is I snap a photo or I post a video and I geotag it to the location we're in or a location that we're looking to generate some business in. So this one was tagged in Beverly Hills, Florida. So I opened the location tab in the widget section. I added in Beverly Hills, Florida. So anybody searching Beverly Hills, Florida on Instagram and viewing the story is now going to see my content over the next 24 hours while it's posted. And they don't have to be following you to see it. When you post on Instagram stories, majority of the time, the people viewing your Instagram stories are going to be your followers that are following you. This geotag option allows you to branch out further than you're following and you can further your reach. And then on the far right, you're going to see an example of my Instagram feed. And you'll see these little circles across the middle of the screen. There are these little highlight reels. They're little Instagram story highlights. So all of your Instagram stories are saved in the app, and you have these accessible to create these little, what I call video clips. So it's a little highlights reel, like in movies, your little teaser content. So I created one for our Teal Compass, our newsletter. I created a virtual bio, and they click in here, and it's content from Instagram stories that I've chosen to put in these locations. You can create one for branding. You can create one for training, technology, culture, the exit formula. You can create all your pillars in here. I create them for a bunch of different things. And you know, these are 100% editable. So if you decide later on that you don't want homes for sale on yours anymore, you can take that content off and replace it with something else. That's a great little tip for that. And then you're probably asking yourself, so what are my two platforms? My two platforms where I share everything is going to be Instagram and Facebook. I'm a big Instagram, I'm a big Facebook user. Now that doesn't mean that Twitter and LinkedIn and Snapchat aren't good. This is just my preferred platforms. I've seen a lot of good results off of Twitter. I've seen people sell homes off of Snapchat. It's up to you to find and develop which platform is best for you. So I share all of my content on Instagram between my feed, my stories, and I'm starting to implement Instagram Live. I'm also using Facebook Timeline and Facebook Business Pages and Facebook Live. I'm starting to implement Facebook Live because, you know, by 2019, 80% of the world's internet traffic is going to be video, and we need to start embracing that. So I get commonly asked, who are influencers in the industry that I should be following? Who are people that I can gain great business tips from? And these are my pick 3 that I've picked. Your first one's Lee Brown. Lee is a national speaker and a broker owner of a brokerage. Lee's teaching you how to be authentic in business. She's teaching you how to be authentic in social media so people know who to expect. I had the pleasure of meeting Lee a couple weeks back, spending some time with her before she went on stage. And the Lee that you meet in person is the Lee that you see on social. So she's teaching you guys how to be authentic in business, and this is the one that you need to watch, especially for video tips. She's showing you how to create these videos, how to do all of this, and just be authentic. The next one is Chelsea Pipes over on the right-hand side. She teaches you how to use social media to build your brand and how to use your brand to build social media. She's a big proponent of camera-first branding and using video. Be sure to follow her. And then finally at the bottom is Katie Lance. Katie Lance has a consulting company, and she also created this great social media academy. Katie teaches you social media strategy. Social media is a marathon and not a sprint, as she says all the time. And if you don't have a strategy in place, you're wasting time. You need to have that strategy to be able to develop your social and grow that presence. So here are my 4 tips for getting started. I know we just went over a ton of content, and there's a ton of information to find out. So here's where I personally would start. As an agent, I would personally start, create your branding deck. Find your voice. Create your imagery. Find your fonts that you want. Work on your colors. Work on your logo. Finalize your story. What's your why? That's where I would start because, this is all great, but before you start building that digital content, you really need to distinguish yourself and distinguish your brand. And then choose your choice of platform. Like I said, mine's Facebook and Instagram. That doesn't mean that Snapchat, LinkedIn, or Twitter are bad. Use them. You find your niche of it. Find 2 or 3 and constantly post on that. And then start your accounts for content design. Start your templates. Start your designing. Start your Canva account. Get that all registered. Put in your branding deck. Create your word swag. And then, begin posting relevant and authentic content. And engage, engage, and engage. You need to be engaging with these people. And as we start to wrap this up, all of these tools, they're great, and they're going to help you guys elevate your brand. But at the end of the day, the whole point of social media and the whole point of this kind of marketing is that you need to be connected, you need to be authentic, and you need to be relatable. And don't forget to engage with your tribe. If you're doing Facebook Live, go back in the comments and thank them for joining you. If you have comments and messages and people following you, thank them for following you. They want that one-to-one connection, and with that one-to-one connection, you're really going to build a great business with digital branding. Okay, Annette.
So good, Frankie. I know that everybody's hair's on fire right now. I know that I've got my shopping list ready with the apps and sites that I want to use to amplify our brand. Couple things that I know, a strong thing that I noticed as you were building the email signature, Frankie, using WiseStamp, I hope the audience caught that Frankie was using he was very consistent with his social media handles, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the different handles that you had, Frankie. You had the /exit Frankie. Consistency is so important.
I have a great tool for that, bringing that up. If you're finding that your social media handles are not all consistent and you can't find the one that you want, there's a great website called NameCheck, and you can input your information in there, and it will tell you what platforms it's available on. It's NAMECHK.com, and that's where you can find to see if all of your social media handles are available.
Awesome. And the influencers that you talked about, the Chelsea, Katie, and Lee, what's amazing about them is they have thousands of people that are following them. But I got to tell you, I've interacted with them, and they respond themselves. They don't have someone doing it for them. Yes, they do have some, marketing that they do get some assistance with, but when they're commenting, it's them authentically. So that's so important to be that intentional with your audience. It really is. Thank you so much, Frankie. Let's open it to Susan, because I know we probably have a lot of great questions from our audience members. Let's open up the line and let's answer some of these live questions. Susan?
Absolutely. Talk about taking a drink from a fire hose, Frankie. That was fantastic. The most, you could take a breath now for a second. The most common question, it's so much. The most common question that we're getting is, when can I see this webinar again? Because there's so much information. And the session is recorded. We're going to upload it to the Resource Center and to our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to see it there. We'll send out a follow-up email from Annette, so you'll get a link to be able to view it again. So I know everybody tried to take notes, and there's just so much great information. It was terrific. I also want to remind everybody who's with Exit on the call that when you're creating your branding deck, remember that we have our graphics and advertising standards document on the Resource Center. So if you want to just kind of make sure that you're representing Exit properly with the right colors and things like that, you can download that document and just make sure you're using the right codes and so on to get the teal right if that's something that is important to you on your branding deck, and make sure you're using Exit in caps. Frankie, thank you so much for mentioning that. That was terrific. So let's get to the questions that our attendees are asking. Do you know if WiseStamp is the email signature and WiseStamp that you demonstrated, if that can be used in various CRMs? The ones in particular that our folks were asking about were LionDeck and Follow Up Boss.
That's a good question. That's definitely something that you would want to research with WiseStamp. I'm assuming you're going to be able to just copy and paste that content right into your email signature section in those CRMs. You should be able to.
Great. Is BombBomb free or is it paid?
BombBomb is paid. Now there's multiple different platforms to choose from, but like I said, agents are getting really good returns on that, and they do offer a month-to-month plan also.
Okay, great. Someone's asking about recording a video and uploading it to Facebook or going live on Facebook. Do you do work with Facebook Live? I know that's not the focus of our session today, but I think I've seen you live on Facebook before.
I do. I actually just started with Facebook Live a little bit further than normal. Facebook Live, you get great SEO benefits from it, so that's definitely something that you can do. Yes, you can do your pre-recorded stuff, but you want to definitely be jumping on that Facebook Live because people are looking for that authentic person and want to be able to relate. So if you have a couple ums in there, if you have a couple stumbles, it's human.
Definitely.
Yeah,
and I wanted to jump in too, Susan, because in August of 2018, Facebook is going to be very intentional about, I don't want to use the word punishing. It's a harsh word, but when you're using YouTube and you're posting it to Facebook, it is going to hurt your reach. So you need to start thinking about making sure that you're using, here's the rule. If you are uploading to YouTube, even if it's a native, file on your phone, in your camera reel, that's good. But if you really want to be great, Facebook Live is the way to do it. Just like Frankie said, the authenticity, can't get better than that. But if you do use YouTube, just know, come August 2018, it's going to hurt your reach.
So what platform do folks use to create their branding deck?
You can do that in multiple different places. I create it in PowerPoint just so I have a saved copy on my computer that I can go through and edit. You can also create one in Canva. So you just put your little categories out and just start dragging content on there. But definitely PowerPoint is one of the best ones for it.
Terrific. Can you flip to your contact slide, Frankie, for me?
Yes.
Thank you. One of the things that I love about Exit is how willing folks are to share, and I think the technology that I want, Frankie, is a way to clone you so that we can put you in every office. I think that would be fantastic, but since that technology doesn't exist right now, here's Frankie's contact information, and he's been so willing to share and answer questions that we're not able to get to on this session. I have one more question before I turn it back over to Annette. What's your favorite, Frankie?
Favorite app or favorite social platform?
Favorite app.
Favorite app? It's got to be Instagram Stories. I know it's built into Instagram and Instagram Stories. I just like the fact of being able to take my followers on an adventure of what I'm doing on a daily basis. It's getting away from that pre-built generated content and, it's creating that real authentic, like I've been saying throughout the whole presentation. Real, authentic, relatable, and it's definitely something that people enjoy. I get a lot of views off of Instagram Stories, and you can create that content super quick, even if it's just a snapshot of, hey, I'm working in my office, working on a new thing. What do you think about this? Instagram Stories is probably my favorite.
Awesome. I'm going to leave the slides there, Frankie, for your contact information, and folks can jot that down. And then do you have closing remarks for everybody?
I do. You know what? I have one final really special question, and it was answered. So I'm gonna also give the response. But my question was, how has this branding, impacted your office with agent growth and agent production? And I got to tell you, for our audience, Jim Wade, the franchisee, answered this question, and he says, Frankie has been an exceptional added asset to our team. His energy and enthusiasm for what he does is unmatched. While being a pioneer brokerage for Exit Florida, our market forced us to take a back seat. With Frankie joining our Exit team, he really pushed our brokerage into the forefront for our region, and we are back on the map. He also finishes saying that his social media and branding skills speak for themselves. We see his photos, designs, and more imitated regionally and nationally. And imitation is the highest form of flattery. We are proud to have him in our corner and look forward to his continued growth. These are words from our franchisee, Jim Wade, from Exit Realty Leaders. He's so proud of you, Frankie. Thank you so much for all that you shared today.
You are so welcome. Do you want me to answer that question?
No,
So we've seen great growth. Our market, yes, a lot of our market is the retirees looking to find something to do. And definitely, working with them, they're seeing the growth off of social media. We have agents that before I came on board didn't even have a presence, and now they're closing leads and deals off of social media. Things that they just take little tidbits from every single training class, every single session that I work with them. And, we're seeing great results with it. Definitely something, if you're not participating in social media, if you're not continuing your education with social media, it's something that you definitely need to learn to embrace, because that's the way the industry is turning.
Great answer. Thank you so much, Frankie, and thank you to all our attendees. Susan, thank you so much. Hope everyone has a great rest of your productive week. Tune in again. Take care, everyone.